Welcome to the Anxious Love Coach podcast, a place for creating meaningful, conscious, secure, long-term partnerships. Here, we talk relationship anxiety and creating healthy, magnetic dynamics within partnership to help you feel confident and alive within committed partnership. My name is Natalie Kennedy, and I'm your host. I'm a relationship anxiety coach and meditation teacher. I've worked with hundreds of clients battling anxiety, and after experiencing extraordinary shifts in my own healing relative to partnership, now combine my lived personal experience and professional training to help others trust themselves within relationship and in their lives. I've been to the edge and back with my now husband from relationship anxiety and come out confidently to the other side. I want to pass the tools I've learned along to you to help you trust yourself in relationships and also create magnetic, hot dynamics with your partner. I believe lots of mainstream relationship advice today can make us anxious and dissatisfied. So let's jump in and normalize challenges that modern relationships and real people go through while also giving you tools to trust yourself, drop the shame, and alchemize your messy, twisted relational truths into profound inner wisdom and aliveness. If you haven't yet, be sure to join my communities over on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Anxious Love Coach. You can also request a 30-minute relationship anxiety assessment with me depending on availability, or ask me a question over on my website at www.anxiouslovecoach.com. I've also got a wonderful relationship anxiety meditation available to you as thanks for subscribing to my email list. Thanks for being here and enjoy this episode. Hello, my friend. I am so sorry that it's been almost 2 months since I've released a podcast. Press and I just went through a massive transition. We bought a house, we moved in, we've barely furnished it, and there's all sorts of problems. If you're a homeowner, you know. We're very happy, we're enjoying it, and somehow a lot of content is just not coming through. I've still been posting on Instagram, but much less. And there's been some fear around that. There's been a little voice in my head saying, is more coming, or am I done? Is my time here done with relationship anxiety work? And I don't think it is. I think I'm just in a bit of a void at the moment, and ideas are flowing, but they're not business related. They're more ideas related to long-term future and family, and it's been hard to focus on business. So forgive me. I have been quite active on my Patreon, actually. Sometimes I have a little blip of a thought, and I've started making little videos and sharing them there. And also, due to the transition going on in my life, I've been requesting more help. And one of the ways I've been doing that is I've decided to start inviting some people on my Patreon too to lead meditations or embodiment practices. So I wanted to let you know that our next Patreon call is going to be on June 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific time with my dear friend Chelsea Joy Horton at Healing Embodied. She's going to be leading an embodiment practice in the beginning to help you with your relationship anxiety. Anyway, due to the chaos, I haven't really had a lot of inspiration for podcasts, but what I did do is take one of my most recent Instagram lives, which was very impromptu and inspired, and I thought I would turn it into a podcast. So I am just asking Preston to edit it and inject it into podcast format, or inject it into this, into this episode. And this episode is going to be about one of the main sources of your anxiety in general, but also, of course, in your anxiety in your relationship. So I hope you really enjoy it. It came from my heart. It was filmed/recorded in a room that we call the terrarium. It's kind of like a little sunroom, and a lot of birds come and land. So maybe you'll hear some birds in the background. In fact, in all my podcasts moving forward, you might hear some birds in the background. I'm recording at night, trying to make sure it's not too loud. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. And before I kind of let you go to listen to the Instagram live that I did last week, I also wanted to let you know that I am open for one-on-ones right now. And I'm also not selling any one-on-one programs, which means if you've ever wanted to do a one-off with me for a limited time, maybe for the next few months, I'm going to be offering them. You can either buy one session or you can buy 4 for a discount. And you have 4 months to use your sessions. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be traveling later on this year, and who knows what other transitions are going to be coming up. So if you've wanted to get some one-on-one time with me, now's your chance. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. You can set up a one-on-one session with me. I really enjoy these. And my sessions are an hour and a half to 2 hours. I don't have a strict time limit. The reason for that is because I like to really go deep, and I like to explore, and I like to do a mix of both coaching and meditation and embodiment stuff to help you get in the body. This is, for me, the most important part. It's not enough to just talk. So that's why I set up my sessions to be so long. So if you're going to do it, block off, a good chunk of your day. I only do 1 or 2 of these per day. So grab your spot if you want. And that's it. Again, next Patreon call on June 7th. I hope to see you and enjoy this episode. I want to talk today. It's not going to be very long, but why you're suffering, the main cause of your suffering with relationship anxiety. I actually just got off a call with a client and we had this conversation. The reason you're suffering is because you have an addiction to certainty and a resistance to the unknown. Sometimes I feel a little guilty, and maybe I need to put this disclaimer on my sessions with one-on-ones. Don't come to me looking for an answer, because I don't have it. If you're coming to me looking for an answer, you're going to waste $500. Don't come to me looking for certainty, because the cause of your suffering is not due to your absence of certainty, but the fact that you think that that's a problem. You live in a world where people celebrate knowing and logic and answering things with your thinking brain, and people have completely disowned other ways of being, not knowing, embracing the mystery. And to be fair, maybe in the past you've experienced pain due to someone taking advantage of you in a vulnerable state. The fact that you didn't know what was going on resulted in harm, and now you've got this association with unknown equals harmful. But that association is made up. It's not based on reality. If it were, children would be terrified of being born, but they're not. Babies are not afraid to be born and step into the most uncertain thing you can be, which is an infant. Just the total mercy of life happening to you, which includes who you're born into. Babies are not inherently born afraid of the unknown. That's something we learn. That's an association we make up. But the unknown is also where beauty lies, and creativity lies, and sexuality lies. So the reason you're suffering with relationship anxiety is not because you haven't figured out whether you're with the right partner or not. That's not the cause of your suffering. The cause of your suffering is the fact that you think that you need to know. And newsflash, even if you knew, you didn't actually know. You just thought you knew. But that's thinking that you know is not the same as knowing, and we never know. We can think we know. Knowing, certainty, is an illusion. So you're going from this illusion of it being bad that you don't know to chasing this illusion of knowing. You're avoiding one illusion and you're chasing another illusion. Well, you're just living a bunch of illusion. You're not worse off because you don't know. And having the illusion of knowing doesn't make you better off. You're exactly where you started. If you are having anxiety or fear, it doesn't mean you have to pretend that you don't have fear. It's just that your fear is caused by a distrust of the unknown. So how do you develop a trust with the unknown? You meditate and you practice mindfulness. And you realize that what you're afraid of is not this thing happening or that thing happening or that thing happening, but that tension in your chest. That's what you're afraid of. You're not afraid of breaking up with your boyfriend. You're afraid of sadness. You're not afraid of being abandoned. You're afraid of loneliness. There's a difference. So you're not actually afraid of any external circumstance, but how you think you're going to feel about it. Remember that. So the reason you're suffering is not because you don't know, but because you think you have to know. And if you don't know, you have really two options. If you don't know, you can either make it, and it's causing you anxiety because you think you need to make a decision. If you don't know and you feel like you need to make a decision and it's causing you anxiety, first of all, know that not making a decision is a decision. So you're making a decision whether you like it or not. But you can either make a decision not knowing, or you can wait until you think you know and then make a decision thinking that you know. Those are your only two options. So that's all I got. And like I said, I wanted to keep it short. And I hope that it wasn't too noisy in the background. I hope it wasn't too echoey in here. I hope that was helpful. I'm taking some one-on-ones right now. A lot of transitions in my life, so I'm not doing any programs at the moment. Just one-on-ones, one-offs. Yeah, beautiful. The more you place yourself in situations where the outcome is unknown and experience I'm okay regardless of the outcome, the less you fear the unknown. Beautifully said. True. Yeah. Anyway, so if you want to do a one-off, it's a link in my bio. You can do a one-off. Also, really cool news, don't leave yet. On June 7th at 10 a.m. my time, which is 8 a.m. Pacific time and 11 a.m. Eastern time, I'm going to be doing a 2.5-hour call on Patreon, my community, with my friend Healing Embodied. So she's going to be sharing an hour-long practice, and then we're going to be doing the Q&A for an hour and a half after. It's going to be bomb.com, you guys. And being a patron is $5 to $9 a month, depending on the tier that you want. And you can cancel anytime. So for $5 to $9, you can get an embodiment practice with my friend Chelsea at Healing Embodied. Sorry, that was the gecko. Outside or inside. It's either in or out. For $5 or $9, you can get a practice with Healing Embodied and a Q&A with us. And you can cancel anytime. So yeah, it's going to be great. So make sure you guys are subscribed. It'll be on June 7th. I haven't posted about it yet, but you can mark your calendar June 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific time or 11 a.m. Eastern. Really great combo. We're going to have a great time, and hope to see you there. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks so much for listening to The Anxious Love Coach today. If you loved this episode, please hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and maybe share it with someone that you believe might benefit from these perspectives. Please also subscribe to my email list at www.anxiouslovecoach.com, as I'm trying to reduce my reliance on social media. In exchange, you will receive my free relationship anxiety meditation and more supportive tools sent your way. If you would like to work with me, head on over to my website at, again, anxiouslovecoach.com to explore different tiers of coaching options and online programs. Thanks again for listening, and catch you in the next episode. Have a blessed day.